Let's get to the news here to start our 6 o'clock hour. A judge has ordered President Trump to take his name off of the Kennedy Center.
That's right. And at least 7 of the 9 artists meant to perform at the National Mall for America's 250th anniversary have backed out. NBC's Ellis Barr explains.
President Trump entering a new month with a series of legal setbacks. A judge halting the administration's $1.8 billion anti-weaponization fund, using taxpayer money to pay back people claiming unfair prosecutions under the Biden administration, potentially including January 6 rioters. Former Vice President Mike Pence weighed in.
It's deeply offensive to me that you could have a fund that could even possibly compensate people who assaulted police officers or vandalized the Capitol on January 6th.
The fund now on pause after a prosecutor on January 6 cases filed suit, while the Justice Department defends its legality. That as another federal judge ordered President Trump's name removed from the Kennedy Center and temporarily blocked it from being shut down for renovations. The president said he would back away and hand the institution over to Congress, while he also suggested canceling the concert at the Great American State Fair after several artists dropped out over concerns the event was too politicized.
Some musicians seem to have segmented their audiences the same way politicians have. But this is Freedom 250, and the celebration of the 250 is a nonpartisan event.
President Trump is now expected to headline the fair while proposing a MAGA rally instead of having, quote, overpriced singers who do nothing but complain. All as he insisted overnight, Iran wants to make a peace deal, slamming his critics and telling them to sit back and relax while it works out.
We're going to make it a great deal, or we'll just go back and finish it off militarily.
Despite the U.S. and Iran again trading new strikes. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
All right, some other news now. The probation revocation hearing for convicted sex offender and former candidate for Maine Governor Elliot Cutler expected to continue today. A judge had ordered Cutler to be released on bail after proceedings last month. That's where probation officers claim Cutler has violated his probation 5 different times, the latest one by failing to disclose passwords for electronic devices in his possession. Cutler testified, saying that he believed he was actually allowed to have encrypted files as long as they're related to his finances. All this coming 3 years after he pleaded guilty to possession of sexually explicit material of a minor under the age of 12. He was put on probation for 6 years. Today's hearing will happen in Hancock County.
A man from the town of Leeds convicted of murder is expected to be sentenced tomorrow. Joseph Shute was found guilty of shooting and killing his friend Alex Jackson. Jackson went missing in May of 2023. Shute was arrested nearly a year later, and then 1 month after that, police found Jackson's body in a barrel in New Hampshire. They say they believe Shute owed Jackson money and killed him to avoid paying the debt.
Today is the 5th and final day of a trial for a man accused of killing his ex-girlfriend. Prosecutors and defense attorneys will be delivering their closing arguments for Richard Thorpe. He's charged in the death of Virginia Cookson. Investigators say that Cookson died by strangulation back in 2024. On Friday, Cookson's neighbor took the stand, claiming that the night before Cookson's death, she saw both Cookson and Thorpe together and that their interaction, quote, didn't necessarily seem threatening. A former cellmate also testified that Thorpe told him that he choked Cookson in self-defense because she was hitting him with a cord. Thorpe chose not to testify.
The owner of a diner here in Maine is speaking out after a camera was reportedly found in the women's restroom. Police say the incident happened on Wednesday at the Miss Portland Diner. Tom Manning posted a statement to the restaurant's Facebook page yesterday saying that the safety, privacy, and trust of customers and employees is extremely important to the restaurant, and saying that as soon as the camera was found, they turned it over to police and that they are fully cooperating with the investigation. Portland police say the investigation remains ongoing.